In your timetable, we have to learn application and letter writing. You are supposed to learn these things in class 9, but unfortunately because of COVID-19, there could be no classes, so you couldn't learn it. Today we'll learn it. I'll first tell you about letter. Whether it is an application or any other letter, all these things come under letter. So all are letters. Letters, so sometimes a person writes to another person, person to person. This is one type of letter. One person writes a letter to another person. Sometimes a letter is written from one office to another office. And another major type of letter writing is from one company or business office to another business office. So these are the different types of letters, and when a person writes a letter to another person, say a father writes a letter to the daughter or a friend writes to another friend, we'll call it a personal letter. We can call it personal letters. This is personal letter. And when from one office, a letter is written to another office, say BDO, a block development officer, writes a letter to the collector, or the collector writes a letter to the commissioner of the department. That will come under official letter. We'll call them official letters. And when one company is writing a letter to another company, so that's called business letter. So in your course, we are not going to learn anything about business letter. You will learn them later when you come to colleges. So we are not going to talk about it. And in your school course, you are learning two types of letters, person to person and office to office. These are two types of letters. But what you are going to write is, sometimes one person writes a letter to office. Suppose you are writing a letter to a headmaster. You are not an officer. You are a person. So a person is writing a letter to an office or headmaster or somebody. So this will come under specially, we can call them applications. So what you are going to learn is this type of letter. Today, we will not learn all these things. In your course, you don't have company to company letter writing. You have application, a person to office, and person to person. These two types of letter writing you will learn, but today we will discuss this type of letter which we will call application writing. Okay. To start, let's see a sample application one student has written to her headmaster. Okay, look at the sample. Read the application in 2 minutes. I give you 2 minutes, read the application, then we'll come to discussion. दो मिनट दे दीजिए, पढ़िए ना पिला पूरा. Okay, students, I hope you have finished. Now let's discuss. The application has been written to the headmaster of UN Vidyapitha Sirapur, and who is the applicant? The applicant's name is written. It is not written, the signature you can see, Manjulata Nayak. So applicant is Manjulata Nayak, and she has written the application to her headmaster. Okay. You have read the application. Now let us discuss different parts of this application. Okay. So at the top you see, to the headmaster UN Vidyapitha Sirapur. So we call it addressee. That means the headmaster will get the letter and he will take the action. Okay. When you are writing this part to here the headmaster, you are writing in this manner, and here you are writing the name of the school, and then you are writing the place. So if you see, it has three parts. The addressee, you are writing to, then the headmaster. This is the post, this is the name of the officer you are writing to, and this is the name of the office. This is the designation of the officer. Okay, you can say this is the designation, and here you have the name of the office, and you have the office address. So this is UN Vidyapith Sirapur. This is the, and here Sirapur. So this is written in this manner. It can also be written in another way. I just show you. You can also write to the headmaster, UN Vidyapith Sirapur, here Sirapur. You can also write in this manner, either this way or this way. However you write, you have three parts. One is the name of the officer or designation, then you have the name of the office, and then you are writing the address. You can write Sirapur, Balasore. You can also add. It's not necessary, but if you want, you can add it. Okay. So, but don't forget to write the here. This is very important. Whether you are writing to the collector or BDO or junior engineer, whoever is the officer, all the time mention the to the headmaster, UN Vidyapith. This is the way. You can write this way. Okay. Okay. Then you see, Manjulata has written, sir, sir. Who is this sir? The headmaster. This is salutation. She is saluting the headmaster. So this is a part of the application format. This is the format you are using. Then here also sometimes you might have seen some people write madam. What should we write? If you know the officer is a gentleman, so you write sir. If you know that the officer is a lady, then you mention madam. If you are not sure, then you can say sir, or sometimes these days people write sir oblique madam. This is another way of writing. Either sir, you write sir, or you write madam, or you write sir or madam. If you know he is a gentleman sir, if you know she is a lady, then madam. If you don't know, then you write sir or sir oblique madam. Both is right. Okay. Then if you look at the body, you will see there are two paragraphs. These two paragraphs, you will see two paragraphs like this. Paragraph 1, this is paragraph 2. These two paragraphs are comprise the body of the application. This is called body. All the applications are written in at least two paragraphs. You can make more than two paragraphs if you want. If it is a long application, it can have more paragraphs, but normally it is not less than two. Because in paragraph 1, we write the problem, or we describe the situation, describe the event. Then in paragraph 2, we mention the demand, what we want. In paragraph 1, if you look at Manjulata's application, you will see she has mentioned that my father is ill with malaria and he is under treatment, and I need to attend him and take care of him for a few days. Manjulata's father is ill with malaria, and this is the problem. And in paragraph 2, she has mentioned, so I would request you to grant me leave from 20th to 22nd for 3 days. So in paragraph 2, Manjulata has mentioned what she wants. In paragraph 1, she has mentioned what is the problem, what is the issue. Okay. Is that fine now? Okay. Now let's see the next. Then after the application, on the right hand side, she has mentioned yours faithfully. This is called subscription. Yours faithfully. One thing I would like to tell you, please don't give an apostrophe here. This apostrophe is wrong here grammatically, so don't mention apostrophe here. Simply say yours faithfully. You can also write yours sincerely. This is also another thing. This is usually written. Sorry. You might be using obediently. You can use it, but most of the people these days are writing yours faithfully or yours sincerely. Now, choice is yours. Okay. After that, what he has done, he has mentioned in the left hand side, you can see he has mentioned UN Vidyapith. In the left hand side, and then she has mentioned 19th July 2021. This is called place. This is the place. What is this place? Manjulata wrote this application at school. She was at school and she wrote this application. So this is the place where you are writing the application. If you are writing the application at home, then you mention the home address, your home address. Okay. If you are writing from Sirapur from home, then Manjulata should have mentioned Sirapur. Then this is the date. While mentioning date, you have to be very careful. There are several ways of writing, but there are two problems. I say, suppose the date is, if I write this way, suppose I wrote the date like 12/07/2021. What do you understand by it? Is it perhaps 12th July 2021? Yes, it is right, but it is right in European countries. This is European calendar system. If you write like this in America, they will understand this is 7th December 2021. That means in UK, in Europe and England style, this is day, this is month, and this is year. This is UK style, but in American style, they will understand this is month, this is day, this is year. So if you write like this, so there will be a confusion. If your letter reaches an American person, it will be 7th December, and if a British person reads it, he will understand this is 12th July. So to avoid that confusion, we will not write like this. We will mention like this, 19th July. Mention the date, then you write July. You can also write 19th July. You can write. This is another way of writing. I am in the practice of writing 19th July. So there are some other ways. Your school teachers can tell you other styles also. Okay. So this is the way that you are mentioning date. And after that, you will see Manjulata has mentioned her application, her signature there. Her signature there. And that signature, then after signature, she has her class and roll number. Details about her identity. Okay, how can headmaster know who is Manjulata Naik? There can be one Manjulata Naik in class 9, another Manjulata in class 10, in another section. That can be a possibility. So, please mention your class and roll number there. If you have sections, then say section A or B, C, D, whatever it is. Okay? I hope it's clear to you understand the body, different parts of the Manjulata's application. Now, let us look at another situation. Okay? Look at this situation. Chaturbhuja's father is leaving for Delhi in the afternoon. His family is going to see him off at the railway station. Chaturbhuja is at school. He wants to go home after the lunch break. He is writing an application to the headmaster for leave. So how will Chaturbhuja write? Now you can decide. Who will get the letter? Who will get the letter? The letter will go to the headmaster of BN High School, Talanagar. And who will sign the application? That is Chaturbhuja Biswal. Because Chaturbhuja is writing, so he is the applicant and addressee is the headmaster, BN High School, Talanagar. Look how Chaturbhuj has written. To the headmaster, BN High School, Talanagar. Is he right? If he has mentioned to the headmaster, BN High School, Talanagar, he has mentioned the, it's okay. And he has written in one line, you can write in 3 lines. Okay, but Chaturbhuj has done, written in a nice manner. Then he has mentioned sir, and he has mentioned the problem in paragraph 1. What's his problem? I would like to write you that my father is leaving for Delhi in the evening. My family is going to see him off at the Balasore railway station. I want to join my family to see my father off at Balasore too. This is the problem he has mentioned. What is the issue? His father is leaving for Delhi and he is going to, his family is going. So what he wants? He wants to join his family. So his demand is, in the next paragraph, he has mentioned, so I would request you to grant me half-day leave today after lunch break and oblige me. Okay? This is the demand Chaturbhuj has. Then he has mentioned yours faithfully. This is the subscription. And then he has signed. Then he has mentioned his class 10, roll number 11. And in the left hand side, he has mentioned BN High School, Talanagar, 19th July 2021. Okay. Now you can see, is the application okay? What is the problem? Chaturbhuj wants to join his family members. And what is demand? Leave after lunch break. Okay. Now you see, look at another application. A few minutes ago, to start with, I showed you one application written by Manjulata Naik. Here is another application to the headmaster, UN Vidyapith Sirapur, the same application, but it is written in a different language. You can see. Quickly read it in 1 minute. Okay. Now you see, this is the same application, different in another way. This is a bit too old fashioned. Earlier people wrote like this, but these days people are not using this style, this language. It is being written in the fashion I showed you as Chaturbhuj's application and Manjulata's application. Okay. Now you will have to decide which style, which language you will use. Okay. Now I hope you have understood how to write an application very well. Then shall we write another application? Shall we go for a practice? Okay? Okay. Here is a situation. Suppose you are living in Malikaspur, the electric transformer in your ward has been damaged. It needs immediate replacement. Write an application to the competent authority to take steps for the replacement of the transformer. This is the situation. Now take 1 minute and decide who will write the application to and who will sign and what problems you will write and what demand you will have. Quickly. Okay. Who will write the application to? Write an application to the competent authority. What shall you write? Shall you write to the competent authority? Shall you write like this? No, it's not. Competent authority, for competent authority means the right person, right officer who can do this work. So the work is to replace the transformer. Who is the authority? It can be subdivisional officer of the electric department, or it can be the executive engineer, or he can be chief engineer. Okay. So you can write this application to the executive engineer. Suppose you can write like this: to the executive engineer, say people from Balasore, Malikaspur, look at the application. If you are in Balasore, then you will have to mention it is NESCO. NESCO is the competent authority in Balasore. If you are in Sambalpur, then you will have to mention WESCO. If you are in Cuttack or Bhubaneswar, you will have to mention SESCO. If you are in Koraput, then you will say SESCO, SECO. So he is the competent authority. Never write competent authority. In many times in your exam questions, you will see write an application to the competent authority. If you are writing about land issue, playground, then you can write to the Tahsildar. If it is a issue about Panchayati Raj, then you can write to the block development officer. If it is about health, then you can write to the medical officer. So there are different officers. You will have to decide, select who is the right officer, and I am going to write the application. Okay. Now look at the application the people have written. Quickly see the executive engineer, NESCO, Balasore division, Balasore. This is the, he is the competent authority who can replace the transformer. Then you can see they have mentioned subject, replacement of transformer. One thing I would like to just tell you here, when Manjulata or Chaturbhuja wrote the applications, they didn't mention subject. But here, the people of Malikaspur have written subject. Why? It's because when you are writing to the headmaster, it's a small office. Now there is no problem. Whenever you write the application, it goes to the headmaster. But when you are writing the executive engineer, there are so many types of work. So there is one person in charge of replacement of transformer. There is another person in charge of the dues collection. So there are different departments. So to say which department will take up the work, if you mention the subject, then it will go to the right section, and it will be, the work will be done in right time or very soon. So you have to mention subject here. Otherwise, when you are writing to the headmaster, it's not quite necessary. You may write the subject, but it is not necessary. Then they have written the issue with due respect to the electric consumers of Malikaspur, ward number 3, Balasore, would like to write you that a transformer of 65 kilowatt was installed in our ward, but the number of consumers has reached 53, and the total power requirement has gone up to 80 kilowatt now. So the transformer got damaged for such overload, and the power supply has been interrupted for last 6 days. This is the issue, this is the problem. So what is the reason and why it was damaged? So why they demand for 100 kilowatt transformer, they have mentioned here. So they have a demand. The problem is it is 65 kilowatt load capacity, but the actual load is 80 kilowatt. So the demand, so we would request you to kindly replace the 65 kilowatt transformer with a 100 kilowatt transformer immediately. If it becomes 100 kilowatt, then that problem will be solved. So the demand a 60 kilowatt transformer immediately and restore the power supply in the village and oblige us. Okay. Then they have so you can see there is a free space, and who will sign there? The consumers. The applicants are the consumers of the Malikaspur ward number 3. So those consumers will put their signature. Yours faithfully, all the consumers can sign here, or some consumers may sign here. And in the left hand side, they mention ward number 3 Malikaspur. That means they are writing the application from ward number 3, and the date they have mentioned in the clear cut manner. Is that fine now? Okay. With that much work, I think you have understood how to write an application properly. Now, one task for you, a small task. Suppose you are the captain of your school football team. You want to play a friendly match with a neighboring school. Write an application headmaster asking for his permission. Is that okay? Suppose you are the captain of your school football team. You want to play a friendly match with a neighboring school. Write an application to your headmaster asking for his permission. So you will write the application to your headmaster, headmaster of your own school. Okay, and you will sign and you will mention that you not your class, not your roll number here. You will mention say your name in the signature. You will sign, then you will mention that you are the captain of school football team. Is that fine? Okay, can you write the application now? All of you, please get ready with your notebook and pen. Write the application and submit it to your school teacher. Very soon your school is going to open and you will enjoy your school time, and show this application to your school teacher and he will guide you. Okay, all the best.